Alright, Matt, here is the gameplay for Bounce Bunny. Make sure I got everything right here. I had to kick off the cobwebs. Ooh. Okay, just to review, let me stop cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got 5 stop cards. We got 2 rabbits. We have 6 universal shocks, so 3 each to each player. Then we've got 20 directional shocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then we've got 2 spy cards, 1 bonus shock, 2 swaps, and then 5 carrots. Okay, and when you start, you want to separate, obviously, the bunny cards, the universal shock, and then the carrot cards. Now everything else can go into the pile to be shuffled. Okay, shuffle these guys up. We want them random. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to place our grid is a 5 by 7, and then we can pick where we want our carrot cards so they can remain up. So basically you're going to take these guys and place them in a matrix here. My table's not big enough. And the camera's probably not high enough either, so hold on, here we go. Woo! You get the point. Let's see if we can make it big enough here. Three, 4, 5, 6. Almost big enough. Come on, bigger table. You have to use your imagination here a little bit. Okay, so we got our 5 by 7, and then we can put our carrots wherever we want. I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put one up here. One down here. One here. And then we'll put one right here as well. Okay, then we can fill in our other cards. Just like this. Nice and fancy. And why am I missing 2 cards? Oh, that's why. Because I didn't include the swap card, so use your imagination. Use your big old imagination. Okay, there. So that's our initial layout. As I mentioned before, each player gets 3 shock cards they can use anytime during the game, and then play begins. So whoever gets to go first, they can move onto the board in one direction. They have to go up into the board, and then basically what they do is they turn that card over. So I'm going to move here, and then I get a shock. Obviously the text down shows which way you got to be shocked to. So in that same movement, I'll move to this card. And then just like that, I have a carrot. Boom. So he went 1, 2, there in the same turn. His turn's over, he gets to collect a carrot. And then these get turned back over. So the other player does not remember what they are. So now this guy starts his turn. Okay, he's going to start way over here in this corner. And so he hits a shock. He goes down. So that actually wraps him around the board. So if you go get a shock down, that'll put you on the other side of the board. That also counts for going left and right. So if you get a shock card that sends you this way, it'll actually end you up here. So for right now, this guy goes down, up here, here, here. Now this one sends him up. I don't know if you can see that. Send him up here, and then stop. So he's stuck on that card right there. Didn't make much progress, did he? And then all these get turned over. So you can kind of see how that works, and then play continues until obviously a majority of the carrots are collected. You got to get 3 carrots to win. Some of the other things that come into play are like the card swap. So the way this would work, if this guy, his next turn was to move up here, he would get a card swap. So basically what he'd get to do is he'd get to take any card, existing card, and put it where he wanted it. So like here's an open space. So he could actually move this carrot here. Or he could move, you know, if he wanted to use a card that was existing, you wouldn't get to look at it, but then you get to move the carrot here. Works really great for relocating carrots or any other cards that, specials that come up. So that's just an example of a card swap. And generally, we play the game if you have these special cards, they can stay turned up or they can be turned over for more difficult play. We generally try to make it in between. You know, I think when you and I played, we played with, once you find this card, you can leave it up, because then it becomes kind of a point of contention, and you find all these, you find the players kind of gravitating towards that. One point that I didn't mention is that, so let's say for whatever reason you had 2 shock cards that pointed towards each other, like this. Let's say these cards were here, and this bunny went here on his turn. When this happens, they get pushed off the board and have to start over, in the sense where the next time, their next turn, they have to get on the board again. Does that make sense? I hope so. If it doesn't, ask me a question. So they would be like, oh, I'm going here, then that takes them there, then this goes. So it's like this endless loop. When that happens, off the board. What else do we have to cover? We got to cover spy cards. Spy cards are pretty self-explanatory. Those allow to look at any uncovered card on the field of play. What else do we have? Stop cards. You can play them, either leave them over or cover them up just for extra difficulty. And then I think we have our bonus card. Oh yeah, the shocks. So like if I were to play, I know this is getting messy, I apologize. So let's say I'm going to play, right? This is going to take me to this empty spot here. We're just going to pretend. And then at the end of my turn, I'm like, you know what? I don't want him there. I'm going to shock him. Because next turn he's going to get a carrot for sure. I'm going to use one of my shocks, and then I'm going to push him up here. So then during my turn, I get to move his card and go, oops, right there he is. He's going here, he's going here. So now he went all the way down here. So this shock really helped me out. It got him away from this card and all the way down here. Once you use these, they're gone, and you only have 3 per game. Now there is a bonus shock card in here somewhere, so you land on that, you get 1 back. That's each time you land on it, you get a bonus 1 up to 3. You can only get 3 extra shock cards. Now this is an interesting situation here. So let's say we just played his character, I shocked him and moved him over here. Now it's his turn. He can actually jump on me and bump me off if he wanted. In this case, it wouldn't make much sense because that would be his turn and he wouldn't go anywhere. And then this guy's off the board. He can actually jump back on here and bump him off. So it's really kind of this. It doesn't make sense, but you can do it. You know, if he was like close to a carrot and I wanted to get rid of him, I could bump him. If I landed on him, it would bump him all the way off the board here. That would make more sense. I think that's it. That's really all there is to it. It's a pretty simple game. Like I said, the only other one we didn't talk about was the Bonus Shock. Was this one pretty self-explanatory? Yeah, so it's just like a big memory meets whatever other game, and you get to move your little bunnies around. So I'll let you know that I got this video up, and let me know if you have any questions. Bye.